This is how it all begins.
After the first server opened, the Iris community hit a brick wall. Nothing happened for over 2 weeks. No mysterious countdowns, no new websites, no other servers. That is, until July 6th, 17 days after the opening of the first server. Remember that image of a supposed flood sample? One fan typed the string "flood containment control" into a search engine. Over 20 hits on sites like Craigslist, Yahoo Classifieds, and Windows Live Expo came up for a company called Flood Containment Control. The company's description made it clear that they cleaned up water damage. However, they were listed on all of those ad sites on July 5th, 2007, or 07/05/07. Sound familiar? This obviously wasn't enough to connect this company to the ARG, but this was. At the bottom of each ad was a toll-free phone number. When called, it gave you this message.
Thank you for calling Flood Containment Control. Our offices are currently closed for the holiday week. Due to an abnormally high volume of calls, we are currently unable to accept your message. Please call back at a later date. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
On July 7th, 2007, at around 8:16 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, the message was updated for the first of 4 times. Each time the message was updated, it let us listen in on part of a conversation between 4 people. The first 2 updates gave us half of the conversation, in which 2 males are speaking. The third and fourth gave us the other half, with a male and a female speaking. When all 4 messages are spliced together, you get this.
Conferencing center. Welcome to the phone. Enter your PIN, followed by password accepted. Now access archive number 16180. Participants 3.
Isn't necessary, and neither is the doc download.
I agree. This isn't going to be a public resource. Pass on the document number so I can delete it.
So where does that put us in terms of the numbers then?
There's no way to tell yet. Jamie's looking into the records to find out how many closed sites there are. But as for active cleanup, somewhere around 3,000-4,000.
Roughly.
Oh, here it is. Hold on. 402K07002. And in terms of numbers, most of these are past the PPE stage.
And out of that 4,000 or so, we are expecting to close shop on the bulk by the end of the month.
With a few exceptions, Site 34,
Site 4, 107, and 37.
Even with CDC involvement?
The center usually goes in before we do. That's been my experience.
By the time we have the site clean, they've moved on to more pressing needs. After all, we've had some extremely unpredictable seasons lately.
Should we be integrating the NIOSH database?
No need. Their rep is available to us anytime we need her.
That gives us tabs on all active locations?
On everything we still need to look into.
What about security?
We're working on it. For the moment, we're simply hiding the data behind a false menu item.
Security will be updated before the next system approaches.
And access?
Enter the access code after our site.
IP/3463 or something?
Yeah, /5467K actually. It should be operational anytime.
Great, I'll pass it on. I have to drop. Thanks, everyone.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
These 3 lines near the end of the conversation are the most important.
Enter the access code after our site.
IP/3463 or something?
Yeah, /5467K actually. It should be operational anytime.
Assuming that the site they are talking about is halo3.com, the directory the female mentioned is halo3.com/5467K. The title of the page is 3463-5467K, which correlates to Find Kiosk on a phone pad. At this site, you entered in your state and were showed a map covered in red dots. These dots show locations of video game stores. Hovering over them brought up a seemingly random jumble of letters. Hoping to find some answers, several users followed the advice and went to these stores to find the kiosks. Upon going to one of the stores and finding an Xbox 360 kiosk, one would find this. It looks like there are only 2 options, Play Halo 3 Video and Health Warning, but on closer inspection there are 3. One of them is blank. This is the false menu item mentioned in the flood containment control conversation. And, if you look even closer, the glyph appears in the picture. When this false menu item was selected, it played the Starry Night ad from December of 2006, but with one minor change.
You ever wonder what's up there? Like what? Maybe someone up there was wondering what it's like here. I guess. Do you think we'll ever meet them? I hope so. Don't you? Do you think we'll ever meet them?
From that point on, the video continues normally. But let's back up. This quote appears for only a second.
There is no malicious intent, only the single-minded goal of survival. Blaise de Vigenère, 1523 to 1596.
Blaise de Vigenère was a French cryptographer. He had a cipher attributed to him, albeit incorrectly, called the Vigenère cipher. When the quote from the kiosk is treated as a key, the gibberish from Halo3.com/5467K becomes much clearer.
Report 206. Every 16 hours another planet is taken. The numbers being lost are astronomical. Report 223. Host world raised. Correct concentration to .65. Fleet losing control, falling back. Rendezvous at 9 Bravo Kilo 2 Romeo 6.
The numbers 206, 16, 223, and 65 directed you to an IP address, 206.16.223.65. The last part, Rendezvous at 9 Bravo Kilo 2 Romeo 6, uses the NATO alphabet. It translates to Rendezvous at 9 BK2R6. When treated as a directory for the IP, it became the gateway to the second server. Like the first time around, you were given unique keys with which to enter and unlock the server. Also, like the first server, you could download another eerie transmission.
Failures for those who don't know the sound of darkness. Those so blinded that they lose all diverging paths. And make no mistake, progress can blind you. Just like now, the pieces seem to be coming together. Bit by bit, slice by surgical slice. Then, all of a sudden, endless calm. There was a lack of a failure in judgment. You must understand, not all life deserves a chance. Even that artifice passes as my own. Now there is a lesson to spend millennia lingering upon, waiting for a redemptive hand to turn the keys, leading to the symbiotic relationship which benefits both our futures. I will guide your movements, and you will lead me toward it.
You would enter your key and be told how many keys were left. When 100 were entered, Halo3.com changed and incorporated the new server. Also, it changed the names of the servers to episodes. Like the first server, you can click on 5 symbols. 4 would download files, and 1 would play a video. The main difference was the color of the center of this server and the positioning of the symbols. By clicking on this symbol, you could download a file called starimage2.jpg. Like starimage1 from the first server, remains mysterious. Another image, called infestation.jpg, is found by clicking this symbol. This image is also very mysterious, and what it depicts is not entirely known. Along with these 2 image files, there was an audio file called 719hz.wave. It plays this eerie sound. When viewed as a spectrogram, however, its true face is shown. In the center looks to be the Earth and the Moon. When a line is placed at the 719 Hz level, it slices through Africa. This symbol plays a video. The last file available is a transcript of the video, but like last time, there are slashes in between some of the lines. And, like last time, the video had some hidden frames that correspond to the slashes and were visible only for a split second. Here's the video again, with the extra frames. The opening of the second server brought with it a plethora of new information, and induced an equal amount of speculation. But this ARG was just warming up.